see the lithosphere, how it is important. Okay, we know that lithosphere is the land deals with every kind of land form present on it. So here in the initial stage, when earth has evolved out, from which three layers have come to the earth, that is crust, mantle and core, which we studied. Okay, so here on the lithosphere, how it is uneven. Which one? Lithosphere is uneven, that is not flat, it is not smooth in all the places, right? Some places are higher and some other places are shallow basins, what I am drawing here. Okay, so these shallow basins, or what you call low basins, are filled with water and turn to which one? Oceans. Which one? Oceans. And the part which is somewhat height than these low basins, it turn to continents. Which one? Continents. So here, oceans and continents are formed from the from the earth's surface in its initial state, so that these are called primary order of landforms, or first order of landforms. So what are the first order of landforms? That is continents and oceans. Okay, look at here, we have discussed that all the continents were at one place in the initial stage, right? Due to the compressional force, the continents started drifting. In that way, lower basins have turned to oceans. Look at here, these are called first order of landforms. Understand? Which one? Continents and oceans. Okay, what do you see here? Continents. These are all first order of landforms. Southern Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. Okay, and this Atlantic Ocean is enlarging. Here the continents are forming. So what are the first order of landforms? Continents and oceans have formed, okay, in the initial stage, so that we call them primary order of landforms or the continents. And the surface of the continents also not even, they have plains. What they have? Plains, low plains they have. On the continents we find low plains and plateaus. Which one? Plateaus. Okay, and high mountains, we find these also. Okay, after the formation of the continents, from inside the crust, that is what to call from the mantle, due to the internal process, what is internal process we will study in the next. Okay, you know that there is a very hot inside the earth, that is interior of the earth. Okay, more than 6000 degrees Celsius temperature we find at core. Okay, core is covered with a mantle where we find the substances in a molten form. Okay, there also temperature is high. Then these two are covered with the crust, that is the top layer of the earth, right? We studied it. So inside the earth, from inside the earth, there the magma erupted out. Okay, look at here. This is a earth's surface. What I am showing here, earth's surface. And here it is a mantle. Okay, what is present in mantle? Hard substances in the form of molten. Okay, so molten form of materials due to the high temperature and compressional forces, they have erupted out from the mantle to the earth's surface, where the earth crust is weak. From that places, that molten form of material erupted out and created mountains. Okay, and created plateaus. Then after low basins. Okay, what created here? Low basins. So we see that plains, plateaus and mountains are formed due to the internal process. Okay, so as the plateaus, low plains and mountains are formed due to the internal process, they are called second order of landforms. Which one are called? Which one are called second order of landforms? Plains, plateaus, mountains. Okay, that means these are the landforms formed due to the internal process of the earth. Understand? So that these are called second order of landforms. Continents and oceans have formed when earth was forming. So when earth was forming, at that time, in the process of earth formation, continents and oceans have formed, so that they are called primary order of landforms. Then after, due to the internal process, we see some low plains, plateaus and what you call mountains have formed, and those are second order of landforms. Look at this: plains, volcanoes, okay, and mountains. These are formed due to the internal process. Okay, so these are called second order of landforms. What we call them? Second order. Look at that. Here, what do you see? It is a plain. Okay, plain area. Okay, plains. It is somewhat higher area, that what we call plateaus. Okay, then another one is mountains. Okay, they have come out onto the earth's surface due to the internal process, which is below the crust part. Okay, inside the crust, okay, below the crust, some process have taken place. Due to that, mountains, plateaus, plains have formed. So these are called second order of landforms. Okay, right? So up to now, what we have seen: first order of landforms, second order of landforms. Okay, and further we find a third order of landforms. Okay, these are called third order of landforms. Okay, valleys. What is that? Valleys, carved mountains, deltas, desert part area. Okay, these are third order of landforms. Then, how does this third order of landforms have formed? Right, this third order of landforms formed due to the external process. Which process? External process. Instead, what is mean by external process here? Right, external process is happening with natural agents like wind. Which one? Wind and water. Okay, wind, water, these are the external agents. Okay, understand? On the crust part of the earth, wind and water, when they move one place to another place, they bring change in existing landforms. What is mean by existing landforms? That is second order of landforms: mountains, plateaus, and plains, which form due to the internal process. Okay, let me show you. I am drawing here. This is the earth surface. What I am drawing? It is a mountain, then it is a plateau. Okay, and it is the plain area again. So how is the earth surface? It is uneven, not flat. So when wind is blowing in this direction, what is blowing? Wind. When wind blows in this direction, that gives a kind of exertion, a kind of force on the mountains. So mountains have turned, carved out to plateaus. See, it turned to plateaus because the wind is recutting the water, the surface of the mountain. It takes some millions of years. It's not for one day, 10 days. Some years of time it takes for changing the mountains into plateaus, and plateaus turning to the water plains. Its height also is reduced here, and the plains turn to what to call plateaus, as it is deposited with the sediments brought by water and by the wind instead. So here, what is happening? A mountain, this is a mountain changing to what? A plateau. A plateau is changing to plain. Okay, a plain is filled with what to call sediments brought by the blowing wind and moving water, so that the plains have turned to plateaus instead. So what we see, when river water is flowing across the hilly areas, it goes on cutting the water hilly area so that it turns to valley instead. So what is happening here? That is wind and water, which is on the earth's surface, that is above the crust part. Understand? They are changing the water, second order of landforms. And what has formed, those are called third order of landforms. So first order of landforms are continents and oceans. They formed due to the formation of the earth. Second order of landforms are mountains, plateaus, and plains. These are formed due to the internal process in the mantle. Okay. And third order of landforms are carved mountains, valleys, deltas, sand dunes, and etc. They are formed due to the wind, blowing wind, and flowing water. Okay, so these are the three landforms, three types of landforms we have seen here. Understand? Some of the third order of landforms are given in this figure. Okay, look at here. What do you see here? Here we see that lakes. It's a peninsula, delta, desert, a canyon, a plateau, a basin, or not a strait, an island. So all these have formed due to the wind blowing and water flowing. So all these we call third order of landforms. Which order of landforms? Third order of landforms. Understand? The next, what is the thing here? Jigsaw puzzle. Okay, it means that how are the continents where they are situated. Okay, look at this. What do you see here? It is the map of world. Understand? Right? But the continents are shown with a boundary line here, or not? Look at here. What do you see here? There is a green color boundary showing uh, around the Africa, right? And from south and also to South America. Look at here. What I am showing. This is one, okay, and here it is. So it is Africa, right? This is South America. And what is here? It is given Nazca. Which one? Nazca. Okay, Nazca. Nazca plate given. What is given? Nazca plate. Actually, all the continents and oceans are 8 plates. Okay, what I have shown here with red color, these are called plates. Which one? Plates. Understand? What is a plate? Plate in the sense it is a massive base of rocks. What is that? Massive, massive base, massive base of rocks. Understand? So all the continents and oceans are lying on plates. Okay, there are major plates and minor plates. Okay, right? So here the geologists who are studying about the plate boundaries and the earth interior, they have identified that all the continents and oceans are situated on massive base of rocks, and these massive base of rocks are called plates. There are 7 major plates are there. How many major plates are there? 7 major plates are there, and many more what you call minor plates also there. Okay, so what are those major plates? One is African plate. Which one? uh, African plate. Let me show you. This is African plate. Okay. Then second is North American plate. Okay, first one, second one. Third is South American plate. This is third. Okay, South American plate. And fourth is Indo-Australian plate. This is the fourth plate. Understand? Upon which Australia and India and Australia both are lying at Indo-Australian plate. Understand? So that what you call is these four plates, and next what you call Nazca plate. Sorry, what you call Antarctic plate, which is this fifth one. This is fifth one, Antarctic plate. And here it is there. This one, sixth. It is Eurasian plate. And seventh one here. This is Pacific plate. Which one? Pacific plate. Understand? So there are seven major plates and many more minor plates. Understand? So some of the minor plates are given here. This is one minor plate that is called Nazca plate. Nazca plate. And another one is there here, showing second one here. This, that is Arabian plate. So what is the speciality of all these plates? Okay, what happens at the plate boundaries, right? African plate margins are connected to the South American plate here. Look at here. Let me show with blue color. Okay, look at here, this one. And another side, that is to the east side, African plate boundary is connected with Indo-Australian plate. Okay, and this Indo-Australian plate to the east of this side, connected with Pacifican plate. Let me show you this one. Okay, how these plates are there. It is a zigzag puzzle. Understand how it is appearing? Like a puzzle. Understand? Look at here. You can find here. Understand? Let me show you. This is what it is. Pacific plate. This Pacific plate is connected to the Indo-Australian plate. Okay, and Eurasian plate here. Okay, so what is happening at the plate boundaries?